everyone, I'm Sara, and I want to talk about something today that, I hear a lot of people talking about that lose their children, and that is revenge. Revenge tears you apart. Choosing purpose over pain after DUI tragedy. Thank you for joining me today. We all share a pain that no one should ever have to experience. The pain or the profound loss of a loved one due to a drunk driver. We share a pain that no one should endure. The devastation of losing a loved one to a drunk driver. This unimaginable loss shatters our world and overwhelms us with disbelief, rage, and a desire for revenge. But today, I want to talk about how we can move forward, not through purpose and resilience. This way we honor our loved ones by creating meaningful change and supporting other victims. Now, the defining moment. Losing someone suddenly and unjustly to a drunk driver leads to an intense realization. A moment that changes your world forever. It feels like a crushing wave. A suffocating darkness engulfing you in trauma, shock, and PTSD. Followed by a deep sense of injustice and confusion. You ask why, and how could this have happened to my child? It happens to other people's children, not to my family. But folks, statistics say, however they are 2 years old, 2 out of 3 people will be affected by a drunk driver this year. Think about that. Think about your chances. You ask why and how could this happen? The urge for revenge is natural, but the defining movement also involves a choice you make in your response. Now you have those awful, overwhelming emotions that we all feel. And again, anger, rage, and the desire for revenge can consume you. You may feel numb, exhausted, or overwhelmed by sorrow and guilt and the legal department. Wondering if there was something you could have done differently. I often say to myself, why didn't I insist that Kenley fly to his interview for emergency room physician? Why? But honestly, he was 39 years of age. And he wanted to save money. Yet, amid this pain, you must make a choice. And I want to honor my son, and I want you to honor your loved one by carrying their memory forward and transforming your grief into purpose. My purpose is this YouTube channel in hopes that I help somebody, like my son always helped people. I chose to do more than just fall apart. Losing someone can make you feel as if life has lost its meaning. However, there are ways to keep their memory alive, not through destruction or retaliation, but through actions that help heal, uplift, and create change. Today, I also want to talk about 5 constructive ways to heal without seeking revenge, because that's what our topic is about, revenge. Number 1, Channel your emotions constructively. Transform your pain into a meaningful volunteer experience with organizations such as victim impact panels, VIP panels, or anything out there that would have to where you would help somebody else. Assist victims of drunk driving, or share your story to raise awareness. If anger and rage overwhelm you, and it does, find safe outlets or write letters to your son that you can't send. Or write a letter to the person that killed your child, but don't send it. Go for runs, or scream, or bang on the gear shift, or on the steering wheel. But don't dishonor your son or your child by taking revenge. It'll only hurt your family more. Another thing, take time to grieve fully. Grieve in your own way, at your own pace. Don't rush to stop those feelings. Surround yourself with supportive people, whether they are friends, family, or support groups. But be careful. But be careful who you surround yourself with. You don't have to face this alone. Well, sometimes all you have is yourself. Because people move on. They move on. They have families, they move on. And they kind of expect you to move on too. Because they don't understand what you're going through. Find purpose beyond pain. Advocate for change. Strengthen drug driving laws. Support victims' rights. Sharing your loved one's story can inspire change and save. This is one that it takes a very strong person to do this. I am not that person. I just don't see that happening in the near future for what I see, the change in the laws and what's happening. Practice self-care and self-compassion. Grieving is exhausting. It really is. If necessary, rest, cry, and do nothing but breathe. And there are days and days you have to do that. Treat yourself with compassion. Healing doesn't mean forgetting. It means finding ways to coexist with the loss. Now, if you can seek professional help if needed, but I have found that that's, like I did state in another video, next to impossible. I know it was for me. I have really good insurance, but I am not suicidal. And I guess that is one of the things that I was turned down a couple of times for. Rest of the time, nobody got back to me. I left messages, nobody ever contacted me back. And there is a big problem there. Like I said, sometimes we're alone. Sometimes we have to fight this ourselves and find a way. Sometimes you can't depend on other people. Create a legacy for your loved one. Celebrate their life by doing something they love. Well, my son loved to run, hike, climb mountains, and help people. I want to help people in his honor. I'm thinking about starting a scholarship in their name, or maybe even just planting a tree in their honor. I do have a memorial sign placed down in Texas at the site where he was killed. I want to keep his legacy and memory alive, and reminds us that love and hope can grow amid grief. In conclusion, this is a life sentence. Grief will always be a part of you, but it doesn't have to consume you. Honoring your loved one and transferring pain into purpose makes us survivors, not victims. While we can't change the past, we can strive for the future where fewer families suffer as we do. And most importantly, we can honor our child. We can honor our child because they're with us all the time. They see what we're doing, and they want us to be happy. We can honor our child in what we do, or we can dishonor them by what we do. The choice is ours to make. Thank you. I am Sara Rainey, mother of Dr. Kenley Jean Rainey, who lost his life January 25th, 2019. Along with his beautiful, beautiful dog, Marshall. Thank you.